Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me today once again on Market Faith. All right. For many of you, it's a new month. All right. Thank you so much. All right. For being here, for watching this video. And for those of you who are always watching, who are always commenting, who are always sending me messages to say, hey, this has been very helpful for me. I want to say special thank you to you for doing that. All right. Thank you for always sharing. Thank you for always talking to someone about this. Thank you for tagging people and letting them know, all right, that these videos have been really, really helpful. Now, in this month, we want to start talking about something else, something differently. And we're talking about strategic relationships for us, strategic relationships in our business, right? And those are really some of the things I want to share about over the next couple of weeks in this month. How to identify those strategic relationships, how to really start to hone in on those relationships and leverage those relationships to ensure that in your business you deliver, right, on the goals that you want, on the things that you desire, and all those types of things, right? Strategic relationships, the power of those relationships, and how you can really begin to engage strategic relationships for your business. Okay, so the first thing I want to do today is to start out by sharing with you what is the concept of strategic thinking, because I'm going to draw out what strategic relationships refers to from the concept of strategic thinking, right? Now, first things first, what is strategic thinking? Strategic thinking is about taking a picture of the future. It's about taking a peek into the future, right? Based on trends that you can see, with the purpose of taking a view, right, as to how that future will benefit you. And I'll repeat that. All right. So take it easy. Okay. Now, strategic thinking is about thinking into the future, right, based on the trends that you see. So you're looking at things that are happening and you're saying, if things continue this way, this is how they will turn out. So based on those trends, you are looking into the future. And the reason why you are doing it, the objective is so that you can take a position in that future. I'll say that again. Let me take it one more time. Strategic thinking, right? It's about, think about going, to your window when something is happening outside and you open slightly to see what is going on. All right. So strategic thinking is about taking a peek into the future based on trends that are currently going on, right? Some of the trends going on in our environment, AI, ChatGPT, those things that are dominating the news in recent times. Of course, the Russia-Ukraine war, some of the issues in Syria and Turkey, and some of all those types of things, right? So it is looking at some of these things as it relates to you, taking a view as to what will happen in the future based on how all those things are happening, right? And then, more importantly, asking yourself that what will be my positioning based on the future that I can see, right? Or that I can predict based on the facts that are going on around me, okay? So that is what strategic thinking is. So strategic relationships, therefore, is about identifying the people that will be relevant in that future. I don't know if you get what I mean. So listen, strategic thinking is about thinking into the future. It's about looking ahead and thinking to yourself that what are the things that will happen in my world, in my environment, over the next 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. Strategic relationships talks about who are the people I will need at that time so that from now I can start engaging and building those relationships to ensure, right, that I am able to deliver on my own goals when that future comes. So I'll give you a practical example. If, for example, let's say you sell spare parts, right, for cars, okay? Strategic thinking is about thinking through the future and looking at the trends with electric vehicles and all those types of things, and then asking yourselves, what will be the cars of the future? If the cars of the future in your economy or environment will be electric vehicles, then the question you need to start asking yourself is, as somebody who deals in spare parts, what sort of spare parts will I need to be selling in the future? Now, once you identify, you then find out that maybe, for example, in the country where I live in Nigeria, right, some of the biggest vehicle sellers are the likes of Toyota and some of the Japanese vehicles. Now, if you feel like those people, those vehicle manufacturers will be the major sellers of electric vehicles in the future, one of the questions you want to ask yourself is, do you need to start building a relationship with Toyota? Why? So that you can position to remain relevant in the future. So strategic relationships are those people you will need in the future that you probably don't have right now, but they can open doors and grant you access to things you don't currently have. Very, very important. What I've just said to you is very, very important, because your job as an entrepreneur, your job as a business owner is to identify those strategic relationships and to start building connections and relationships with those people. And to do that, two things must happen. Number one, you must plan for strategic relationships. Number two, you must budget for strategic relationships. Now, we're going to talk about that in the course of the teaching, planning for strategic relationships and budgeting for strategic relationships, right? We're going to talk about that later. But today, let's talk about why strategic relationships are critical to your success, why strategic relationships are important, okay? And then we can take it up from there. The first reason is because businesses don't do business with businesses. People do business with people. I'll say that again. Businesses don't do business with businesses. Businesses or people do business with people. In other words, behind every business that wants to do business with anybody, right? It is someone, a human being that is behind that business. If you don't understand that and you say, oh no, I'm a B2B business, or, I'm a this, I'm a that, you will miss out a lot, because even in a B2B business, there is firstly a person-to-person transaction that must happen, right? And I was, this was taught to me by one of the more powerful networkers that I have met, right? And he was telling me, listen, Deji, the first thing is this: there is no such thing as business to business. Every business is a person-to-person first. So if you don't understand the dynamics of strategic relationships and human relationships, right, then it will be very, very difficult for you to do business in the future. You will do business today and you will do business as far as your relationships can take you, but you will not do business beyond that point. So businesses don't do businesses with businesses. People do business with people. All right. Very, very important. Okay. So the second reason why strategic relationships are important is that you will not always be able to do everything. You will not always be able to pay for everything in life, right? Some things, if all you have is money, right, and you don't have relationships, then people say you're still one of the poorest people in the world. Okay, because you will get to a point in your life where the money that you have will be insufficient to pay for some of the services that you require. So you must leverage those relationships to deliver on those things for you and for your business. All right. The other reason why relationships are important is this: your lifetime is too short to achieve all the things you need to achieve for the kind of future that you desire. Your lifetime alone is too short to make the sort of progress and impact that you want to make. So relationships are accelerators. Relationships are critical. Relationships will help you go further, faster. Relationships are critical. The third or the fourth reason, right, is that relationships bring fulfillment. Some of these strategic relationships will help you achieve your goals faster. That will bring fulfillment to you as a person so that you can achieve more. What is the point of a life where there is no fulfillment, where things don't look like they are working and everything is not happening the way you want it to happen, right? Strategic relationships help you to achieve so that brings fulfillment for you as well, okay? And the last thing is that I want to say to you today is that strategic relationships will help you in navigating difficult times. They will help you in navigating the lonely journey, sometimes of entrepreneurship and leadership, right? because somebody says that it's lonely at the top, right? And sometimes the reason why is because people don't take people along with them. Okay, so strategic relationships are critical relationships, are powerful relationships that you will take along with you, that will help you on your journey to achieving success in life. Hey, don't forget, strategic thinking is about looking into the future and estimating where things will go, and then identifying the people, strategic relationships that will be relevant in that future. I hope that has helped you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time when I go deeper into this issue and talk about levels of strategic relationships, categories of strategic relationships, and then we'll take things up from there. God bless you. Hey, send me your questions. I look forward to hearing from you.